Okay, let's take a look at mindset, because this is ultimately 90% of the difference between those that really fail the cleanse, as in I mean by that, fall off the wagon and quit some way through it, compared to the people that do it and feel really great through it. Because mindset is everything. Because you know what, where our thought goes, energy flows. So if your thought process is, this is going to be hard, it's going to hurt, I can't do this, I can't go without coffee, I can't go without sugar, and your mind is dominated by these thoughts, it really is going to be a difficult process. And some of you will have enough willpower to just get through the 3 days, and even though you might bitch and whinge, and that's totally okay, because I know I certainly did and still do, you might still have enough willpower to get through the 3 days, and that is absolutely fine. Do what you got to do to get through. It might mean vegging out on the couch, it might mean whinging to whoever you're living with and all that sort of thing, but ultimately, if you can change your thought process and you're thinking to one that says, this is going to be easy, I can do this, my body loves me for this, thank you, and just staying in that positive way of thinking, it's definitely going to make the process a whole lot easier for you. But here's a few other tips I wanted to share with you in order to make the process a little bit easier. First things first, grab an accountability buddy. Now, you may need to just reach out in the Balance Based Facebook group to connect with someone to hold each other accountable for, or rope a friend or a family member into doing this with you. It's 3 days. You can usually convince them. Share all the benefits of having clear skin and weight loss and a healthy colon and a healthy liver with them to try and get them to go along with you. That's really, really important. But the third thing that I highly recommend is commit. Commit with certainty. I'm going to do this and I can do this. And the way you do that is, one, straight away, sign up and purchase your Balance Wave Colon Cleanse Powder right away, because then you brought it and then it's much easier to follow through. Otherwise you can, I'll put it up, I'll put it off, I'll put it off, and then life will get in the way. Okay. Secondly, pick a date that you're going to start. Okay. Now, ideally, a weekend is great, or days that you're not at work, or days that you don't have a hectic schedule. But remember, life is always going to happen. And there is going to be maybe one or two things that you're going to have to still go out and do, clients or work that you're going to have to do, or running around after kids still, or, having to attend something. So choose a situation that's going to be doable, but don't keep putting it off and putting it off. And next thing, it's a month down the track, it's 2 months down the track because you haven't found a free weekend. Life is always going to happen. So please do that and make that certain. So when it comes to mindset, one of the best activities that you can do for yourself straight up is, before you get started, grab a pen and paper and write down your limiting beliefs around this process. So what are the fears that you have, or the thoughts that you're thinking? So your mind might be automatically defaulting to, I bet I don't lose weight. I bet this won't work for me. Or I can't go without coffee for 3 days. What are the fears and the negative thoughts that are coming up? Because then you can write them down and get them out, and then you can look at them. And the process for looking at them is just as simple as reading them and going, you know what? Is this really true? And just asking yourself, is this really true? So let's use coffee as an example, because that's one thing that a lot of people are very attached to, and for good reason, right? Okay, your limiting belief is that I don't think I can go 3 days without coffee. So why don't you think you can go 3 days without coffee? How is that going to make you feel? So it could be, I'll have a headache, I won't be able to function, I will have no energy. Okay, and then you ask the next question, and what's so bad about this? I'll feel like crap. And what's so bad about that? I'll feel like crap and I'll be miserable. And what's so bad about that? Well, it's just 3 days of my life that I'll feel like crap, and it'll be better in the long run. Exactly. So when we start to break it down and go back to right behind, it doesn't seem as big, it doesn't seem as hard, it seems more doable. And then on the other side of that, you want to have a really clear vision of what is on the other side of the 3 days. Feeling amazing, having more energy, having better skin, doing something that's going to clear up your skin, doing something that's going to help you lose weight, that's shifting the scales, just feeling proud of yourself for committing and following through. So then just constantly choose to keep focusing on that vision rather than the, I can't go without coffee. And get yourself some kind of a trigger that's going to snap you out of that I can't go without coffee belief to focus on this. And that could be as simple as writing, I feel amazing having done my colon cleanse, on your mirror. Could be saving that picture somewhere. It could be listening to a song that triggers you, that allows you to bring up that emotion. Tune into how the emotion is going to be when you have achieved your goal, because sometimes saying I'm going to lose weight or I'm going to feel good isn't enough. But if you can connect in with the emotion, so what is the emotion that you're going to feel for having lost that 2 to 3 or 4 to 5 kilos after doing it? How is that going to make you feel? Proud, excited, more love for yourself? Connect into that and just sit for a minute and close your eyes and just think of that. Like, oh, yeah, I feel proud of myself. I followed through and I did it, because that's the feeling that's going to carry you through. attaching that feeling to the outcome, not just going, well, I'll have lost weight. You've got to embody the feeling of how it's going to feel, because that's going to motivate you. So when you have those clear distinctions of where you've been, how you are, the limiting thought, then you just swip it to where you want to be. It's an amazing way to keep you motivated and keep you focused.